Hello and welcome to another new series. I have played a little bit of this game when it first came out, as you can see. 10.4 hours. We're going to start a new game though, because it has been... I'm not sure that's the American way of the day or the British way. It's been nearly a year since I played it. But I was going to go and play some more Odin Sphere, but my graphics, my capture card is acting up and isn't wanting to record anything, so I'm just not in the mood to be it's all set up right. I'm just not in the mood to start trying to fiddle around with this. So I'm going to record something that's on the PC, that's easy PC to record because my graphics card records it. So let's just start a new game and play a bit of this. I just don't want there to be a massive gap of no videos being uploaded, basically.
Years have passed since the great warrior and leader of men, Aramis, vanished. Left behind were his mighty gauntlets, artifacts of untold power, giving their wielder the strength to move mountains, as the stories were told. Also left behind was his daughter, Gully. She discovered her father's gauntlets, setting in motion the events that would make her a target of great importance and bring her into the company of her greatest defenders. Nolan, the wise and mighty wizard, whose tongue is as sharp as his wit. His mysterious companion, Calibretto, a war golem of immense power. Garrison, a swordsman, once brother-in-arms to Aramis, now sworn to protect his only living kin. And the rogue, Red Monica, who can be foe as quickly as friend. Together, they have traveled the capital lands while defending Gully from those who seek the power of her gauntlets for themselves. Nolan, on a personal quest to learn more about mana, which fuels the world's magic and technology, has led the group towards a mysterious landmass known as the Crescent Isle. There, vast reserves of mana were once rumored to exist. As they approach the island, they quickly discover why so little is known about the area.
Hang on!
What are you waiting for? Shoot back!
With what? It's a stealth ship.
This is stealth?
Just do something.
It's always on me, ain't it? These kids don't know how easy they've got it.
We're being boarded!
Gully, get below deck.
You break easier than I do, remember?
More incoming, port side!
Oh no!
Gully, what?
Gully.
I've got you. All right, Red. Looks like it's just me and, figures.
So our adventures begin. I love the art style. Excuse me. We made it. Or at least I did. Bredo? Garrison? Please be nearby. So we can look at our equipment. And we can smash the ground. We're not going to do that just yet. How nice of Garrison and Calibretto just to leave me on my own. Debris. Debris. There he is. You're awake.
Rhino, you're all right.
Yes. Are you feeling better? You've been resting for a few hours.
I guess I wasn't completely prepared for that cannon blast. Was I dreaming or did you leap off the ship to catch me?
I did.
How'd we make it down in one piece?
Nolan, we fell through a portal he opened, placing us on the ground with only minor injuries.
Then what happened to him?
We don't know.
And Garrison? Monica?
Garrison fell through the portal as well. Monica appears to be missing, along with Nolan.
Then let's get moving. They could be hurt.
Garrison already went ahead to search for them. Are you sure you're well enough to move?
I'm so woozy, but we don't have any time to waste. I'll be fine.
First, allow me to further heal your wounds. Then we will meet Garrison.
Calibretto has joined the party. Each party member has own unique dungeon skills. You can swap out the active party member in order to use each abilities to explore and interact with the world. You can open your compendium and check the skills section to see what each hero's dungeon skills do. Calibretto's revitalized dungeon skill can heal the party. Try swapping him and heal your party. Done. Well, there's a ship. The rest of the gang should be nearby. Maybe. A treasure chest. Something survived the fall attack? Yes. Common parts and some gold. Precious gold. Whoa. Goopy slime. Our first fight. Deals 14 damage and applies Sunder. Increased physical damage taken by 10% for 3 turns. Or we can protect ourselves, but let's gut punch this slime. She can defend as well. We have abilities. 16 damage, 8 damage to nearby enemy. Damage shield. Let's just do basic attack. Poison. How does a golem get poisoned? A big metal machine.
Yeah!
Some more parts. Doesn't look like poison stays on me after a battle, so that's good. Let's go to the next area. Garrison, we're northeast looking for Monica and Nolan. We should head in that direction. I'm sure they're fine, but we should hurry just in case. Acknowledged. One letters on the top of the sign reads Talon Crossing. The plank pointing east says High Lake Village with the message Not Anymore carved cryptically into the wood directly over it. The rest is damaged beyond readability. Let's get this treasure chest. Is this better? Mostly better. Let's equip it. Spin my carriage around. So we just had, or we're just having E3 2018 at the moment. As expected, it's very exciting. I mean, Cyberpunk 2077 looks amazing, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks amazing, Resident Evil 2 looks amazing, Spider-Man, Tomb Raider, the new FromSoft game, Sekiro, I think? Anyway, Shadows Die Twice, we'll just call it. Hitman 2. The list goes on.
Gully, I'm glad you're alright. What you did during the airship battle, shielding the cannon blast.
You would have done the same for me?
Maybe, but with messier results. You're a brave kid, but remember, we don't fully understand the power of your father's gauntlets. You have to be more careful with them.
I had no choice.
No, I guess not.
I believe he was trying to thank you. Have you found any sign of Monica or Nolan?
I haven't. And this village looks long abandoned. There are lights on the horizon, to the east. Might be a town.
We should investigate. If they survived, they likely headed that direction.
What do you mean if? Nolan saved us. He can save himself. And Monica too.
You're probably right. Let's go find them.
Garrison's very much like Guts from Berserk, isn't he? Let's see if we can fight these enemies. But going back to the E3 stuff, one thing that almost completely went under my radar, because of all the big AAA, everyone's focusing on the big guns and stuff, was what is, in my opinion, the best bit of video game news I've ever heard, and that is the release of Tales of Vesperia, the definitive edition. Tales of Vesperia on the Xbox 360 was, at the time, my favourite game of all time. It currently sits at number 3 in my favourite game of all times list, but a handwritten journal entry is scrawled on the parchment. General Xavier returned from the main front last night. Because he came in darkness, few got a good look at him, other than to say he seemed well. The wars elsewhere have taken their toll on the outpost, with ranks thinning and our defensive practices becoming lax. I'm not sure Ravenheart even bothered to take his patrol last night, but then he always did seem the lazy sort. That should change with Xavier stalking the halls once more. Carlost. So yeah, I mean, I loved Tales of Vesperia. When I got it, I played it, I loved it, but then I discovered shortly after, oh look, there's a PlayStation 3 version, and it makes the Xbox 360 version look like basically a beta version, because it has so many additional bits to it. I mean, you name it. bosses, enemies, weapons, side quests, main quests, skits, cutscenes, music, playable characters. The list goes on. And for one reason or another, possibly due to an exclusivity deal with Microsoft, it was never released outside of Japan, so just had to accept that we were never going to get the proper version of Tales of Vesperia. But it's been 10 years and I never once gave up hope that we would get it, and we've got it. This must be the village. I see a few lights but no people. Where are they? Let's bang on a few doors. So that's my most excited thing about E3 this year. Not all the new games, but the proper version of one of my favourite games of all time. I'm so happy.
Sid.
Where are we? Mr. San on the way in? You're in the town of Harm's Way. Don't worry, the name's more bark than bite. That's a relief. What tavern is this? The Disemboweled Traveller.
What do you need?
Okay. Let's get some rest. Get our life up. You fought bravely today. Aramis will be proud. Thank you. Wait, where are you going? I'm just stepping out for a minute. You get some rest. What about you? Don't you ever sleep? None if I can help it. You don't need to worry. The inn's safe, far as I can tell. Calabretta won't leave your side. Isn't that right? Zzzt. Get some sleep, okay? Okay. It's not me I'm worried about. The door to this oddly shaped hut is locked. Strange tinkering sounds can be heard within. The tinkering continues, but no one answers. Okay. The heavy iron door, radiant furnace, and proliferation of metalworking tools strewn about tells you this must be a shop. Pull the massive doors
You're
open.
the townsmith?
Right. Who the hell are you?
That's a rough way to greet strangers.
Being strangers, you don't know how rough we get around here.
I suppose we're gonna learn quickly.
Aye, skin's got to be thick to survive in a forsaken land like this one. And your hammer better be heavy. Speaking of forsaken lands, how did you lot end up here?
We came in on an airship. As we approached, pirates ambushed us.
Seems right enough. Though not quite pirates, as you say. Bandits. Simple as that. Just thugs full of hot air. But they've been a right pain in the arse recently.
Bandits. Who do they work for?
Well, being bandits. Themselves, mostly. That said, they're acting differently the last few moons. Less scatterbrained. More organized. As a few of us left a bit worried.
We were separated from some friends during the battle. We think they may have them, or know where they are. We'd like to chat with them.
Huh. Chat. A few weaklings came by causing trouble last dawn. Chased them off down the south road. You can head that way, if you think you'll find your friends.
If we don't, they'll regret it.
Keep your head up. They must have a camp down there somewhere. Hello?
Avoiding the southern roads, are ye? We'll head there soon enough, as
Who
you
are
say.
you? I'll be here. Here, I'm still here. Don't get killed.
Let's finish exploring the town. Well, well, we have a fresh band of adventurers loose here in the Vale. Experienced ones, no less. We've seen our share of battles, and you? Ha! I have, though by the way you hold your blade, not the same kind. Let's just say my foe are the wilder kind. The name's Raha, Beastmaster Raha. As I see it, the only foes worth fighting are the untamed kind. And lucky you, this island is a little with them. So we've seen. The slimes and bats in the woods around town? No, you're in for worse than that. We're here looking for lost friends, not hunting for trophies. Indeed, many get lost on this island. Rescue mission or not, you could use some basic advice to survive here. Take this bestiary journal. Track the creatures you fought. You'll find doing so rewards you with insight into their strengths and weaknesses. Survive long enough and I'll point you towards more worthy tests. You may find it necessary when searching for your friends anyhow. This search will be brief, we'll make sure of it. Then we'll be gone as quickly as we arrived. I've heard that before. Don't get killed, adventurers.
Make it back.
A well-made sign hangs from an oiled gargoyle on the door. It reads, out to lunch. We're not going to rip the sign down. I did that last time and you get told off. We're good. The Collector. Yes. Open yet? Let's have Calibretto. What's the meaning of this? Oh my, a war golem. That is almost fascinating enough to warrant my time. Being fascinating is a requirement. Yes, now please stop knocking and go away, and I expect you to buff out the damage in my beautiful antique entryway. Door slams in your face. Alright, so here's all our items. Scraps of hide, faintly grown powder, veil herbs, blade leaf, simple slime ichor, traveling garb, ichor, common parts. We got our journal. We have all of our enemies. It's quite a lot. We have our lore. And we have our codex. Dungeons found, none out of 8. Unique monsters, 2 out of 153. Our time played, steps taken. Lots of different stuff to keep track of. And then, fishing as well. Fishing. Lots of fish to catch. But for now, let's go south. We are not to be trifled with. He's thinking about it and he's thinking, oh, I made a mistake here. No, please, don't get up. What's this? Spiders. Spiders and bats. Yeah, just a spider. Lots of poison enemies about, aren't there? We can handle it. We have won the battle easily. Those birdies like you, bro. Another friendly spider. Let's try something else. Let's try obliterate. Takes time to charge up. Probably overkill there, but you know. Gotta experiment these things. Okay, so we can move the camera around to a degree. Let's go the long way. It's all about getting experience. It's not gonna help you when you get killed. Cast haste up and then die in the next move. Yeah, levels up. Do we get our life back when we level up? Yeah, we do. That's good. Couple ammo. Sloppy. That's what happens. Alright, here we are. A strange campsite. Switch to Garrison. I feel like it would be more like him in the lead. Barricades in the middle of a forest? Someone is here. Yes, we should proceed with caution. Someone's making tea. A camp. Looks like someone was here recently. The smell is certainly fresh. The bandit Grimbeard drove off? Ambush! What the? You lot should mind your own business, liable to get hurt and all. We'll take our chances. Tough guy, eh? He doesn't like you. I don't like you either. You best watch yourselves. You'll be dead. Garrison is almost dead. Can't risk it. Guy's gonna attack next. This tank thing is pretty tough. Guess it's technically our first boss fight. But he's nearly gone. I'm not impressed. This letter he was carrying as a seal must be important. What does it say? Hard to tell, it's half smeared in blood. It does say outsiders, which must be us. Also references an outpost. The smith in town may know what that means. Why do I feel like this is going to get complicated? Because wouldn't be fun if it wasn't complicated. So that T is going to be left. Technically it's not necessarily T, but let's have a look at our equipment. I got something, the letter opener, which is not as powerful, although it goes up in one area and down in the other. And let's equip it. No additional stuff there. So physical defense goes down, magic defense goes down, damage goes up, critical goes up. Let's do that as well then, shall we? Okay. We move on back to the town to speak to the smith. Leave nothing standing. Poison creatures. Gotcha. That was almost a fair fight. Yay, that's good. We were right along the old life. Let's go back to town. Pesky outsiders.
Oh,
I believe we found the bandit you chased out of town. In his possession was a letter we were unable to fully decipher.
right. Let's have a look. Yeah, ink looks fresh. Says something about an ancient weapon.
Anything else?
Outsiders arriving at the island. Likely to, complicate things.
Outsiders? Does that mean us?
Yeah, it's hard to make out entirely. But it speaks of the Iron Outpost. That can be sure.
What's that? And where is it?
Mightiest military fortification south of the snows. Long abandoned. But bandits have been going in and out a lot lately. Sky's no way. Gate north of town is locked to keep people from wandering that way. Here's the key. Well, you look likely to survive. But just in case, I've got a fine weapon or two for sale here that may come in handy. If the talking turns to fighting. Some others around town have useful wares as well. You might ask around, see what you can find. If they answer your knocks, that is. There's work to do. Be careful.
So we know where to go. The Iron Outpost, and we will do that in the next episode of this series. I'm going to go around town, see if I can get any equipment, sort out my stuff off camera, because it's never interesting watching people do inventory management. And then when we come back, we will continue through the gates. So thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe, yada yada yada, and I will see you in the next episode of Battle Chasers. Until then, goodbye.